Fire it up, footballers. James here, coming at you with another clip from a past podcast with Coach Piotr Nowak. Awesome show. Highly suggest you go check it out. Before we break into this next clip here, I would love to ask if you would please consider subscribing to Spitting Fire YT. We would greatly appreciate it. Fans of the Fire would greatly appreciate it. It helps do a lot to fan the flames of Chicago Fire Soccer on YouTube Nation. Greatly appreciate you taking the time to consider subscribing as we make our way towards 300 subscribers. Awesome. Greatly appreciate all the support along the way, everybody. As well as if you would think about smashing that like button or dislike button, let us know how you feel. We don't mind. And as always, we got the live chat going if you are watching along live. And if you feel like interjecting after the fact, love to read your comments in the comments below. As always, links are in the description for this awesome full podcast with Coach Piotr Nowak and Jiggly. And we'll dig right into it. Little context. We were just talking about MLS training habits and tactics and where the league is going and how it needs to look to improve. And we'll let Coach Nowak take it from there.
Question mark in terms of where it's going, you know.
Any World Cups in the future for Poland or USA?
No, listen, World Cups, I'm not, I'm worried about the US in terms of the guarantee contract, the players being complacent. You saw this with against Trinidad and Tobago. They think like, who they are. We need 1 point, and all of a sudden you wake up being out of the World Cup, right?
Taking a dirt nap outside the World Cup of Russia.
In the poll, and then this is like, I don't feel like a lot of players in Major League Soccer, and I watch most of the games during the weekend. Mm-hmm. I don't feel like if you watch the MLS games, I'm not saying percentage-wise 80, 70, or 60, but a lot of these guys, I'm not sure they have the drive like we did in like the young players like Bocanegras, Beasley's, the Landon Donovan, and all these guys, right? Who come through the ranks, right? Even with the national, Klesian, Michael Bradley, and so on. Mm-hmm. Those guys have such a drive to be in Europe because of the result with the money, what they can get here. Training once a day, right? The rules of CBA, right?
So it sounds pretty posh.
I don't know the new ones, but I remember when I was with the DC and then Philadelphia. You can train twice a day.
I do have the current CBA. I could look it up. If we do a second one, I'll look it up.
But the most important thing, like we play New York, and for example, like that time, we play in DC, we play New York. Mm-hmm. And we came literally 1 minute after midnight, right? We play Saturday, we came on Sunday midnight to LFK. You cannot have this day is not off day. It doesn't count as an off day because 1 minute is coming already. So you have to give them Monday and Tuesday off. Can you imagine in Bundesliga when you say, Coach, I need 2 days off?
They laugh you out the door.
What about England?
Another guy to take your job right there, ready to go.
You're playing every 3 days. You don't even have 2 days.
There are half times.
But my point is, I'm worried about the players being complacent because of, not relegation, and they just don't have the drive to be proud who they are.
Do you think that's related to promotion, relegation, or a lack thereof in America?
No. That's only right there, inside the head and right there. Because these guys need to have motivation, what they want to do in the future. But because of the system is right there with the guarantee money, bonuses, 8 weeks vacations and stuff, why they need to go to Europe to have a headache, right? So when I watch the games, I'm watching who can make it, like James asked me, who can make it to the European teams. I don't see the many guys like this who will say, you know what, I'm going to leave. I'm going to make myself not $5 million. I'm going to make myself $25 million. I don't see it. All right. The Polish football is completely different because most of these guys want to leave Poland as soon as they can. Right. Anybody who can come a little bit higher is gone.
Well, it's totally different than America, where they're like,
but the style of play is just very concerning when I listen to the coaches, they saying like, the one coach saying, we figure out that we're going to give the ball to the other team and let them figure out what they're going to do with the ball.
This is in Poland?
Yeah. And they just sit back like basically on the 18-yard line and just defending. And 3 guys going forward and the rest 7 just stay there.
Jeez.
Right?
Yeah, the very defensive play. I remember watching that like World Cup is very frustrating.
Right,
to watch.
exactly.
Very
So
creative.
defensively.
No, they just
Especially when
don't
you
have
have-
the imagination to do it. And there's a big discussions right now because the 2 teams already lost, one to the Belarus team and one to lose to Slovakia team. And Slovakia would have 3 million, 4 million people, with all due respect.
Iceland only has so many people.
And Poland have 42 or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And because the work they do is a consequence. They have not better players. They just work very hard, and they work with the purpose. Okay, so I don't know where the Polish football will go. I'm very concerned about that as well. But listen, it's not my as my coach used to say, not my circus, not my monkeys.
I remember. There's a lot of people using
Is that a
some
Polish
of,
phrase? Yeah.
Yes, that is a Polish phrase. I remember somebody was talking about like their favorite phrases that barely have a vague translation to English, and they were mentioning that phrase.
It is. Sometimes the people feel offended when I said so, but it's not. It's nothing with with that. But as I said, I'm I will wish to the I've been with the Olympic team. I saw these guys going through the process. I work with them every single day. With Michael Bradley, with Freddie, with Josie Altidore, with Klesian, with Stuart Holden, with Brad Guzan. I work with all this. Just to be sure, from my team U23, we put 16 guys in the U.S. men's national team.
Holy cow.
From the 23 players in the roster, we put 16 in the U.S. national team. And they were not superstar. Stewart was very good. Dax is one of them as well. Right? Very young.
Dax, wow.
Right? Dax was with us too.
Let's go, Captain McCarty.
But when you see, when you look at this team and you see how, Brad was in England, Sasha was at Anderlecht, Michael Bradley was, from Roma, Mönchengladbach, and so on. And Josie was at PSV. You change, you see, and Freddie as well, you change the lives of those players. Not because I'm hard or I don't give water to the players, all right? Or make some accusations that were completely out of this world, all right? I'm not that madman or bad man, I would say, all right? And those players not good because I put the pressure on them or squeeze them or didn't give them water. They're good because they believe the way I prepared them for this work. That's why Michael Bradley, of course, I'm not saying I'm the only one. I'm saying I showed them the option how you can play soccer in the right way. I showed them the option what need to be done to survive in certain circumstances in Europe, in the clubs as well. All right.
You're teaching them.
Give them also the self esteem. Be proud who you are, regardless what is gonna come your way.
Be a man too.
But be proud who you are. And I think if you see as a coach in a lot of different stuff, as I said, I have a guy at Lechia Gdańsk, very talented goalkeeper, Serbian. His name is Vanja Milinković-Savić. His brother played for Roma.
Milinković-Savić is his older brother. Very good.
He's Sergei Milinković.
I thought that he won the World Cup with Pano.
Vanja?
I think Sergei won the World Cup with Pano.
Right. So I have this goalkeeper. He came from, believe it or not, from Manchester United. We took him for, I believe, he was like 4th or 5th goalkeeper. We took him from Manchester United for 100,000 euros.
Is that cheap?
Very cheap.
Very cheap.
Listen, he was 19 years old. He is 19, or was 19 that time when I came to Poland, 2016. So 2'6", 7'6", 8" big. Left and right, he can put the ball wherever he wants. Great goalkeeper, but nothing in here. And I met with him many times. He came to training, shoes open, open. He forget his gloves one day. Can you imagine? Goalkeeper. So I got to him.
I'm a goalkeeper. I can't imagine forgetting my gloves.
I said to him, Vanya, listen, I'm going to talk to you not as a coach. I'm going to talk to you as an older friend or older player. And then imagine that I am one of the guys you play in this team. So let me get this one. You don't even know how good you can be. If you're going to just try to listen what the coach is saying, and I was talking to, in the third person, I said, even you're going to get the slight idea what the coach is talking to you about the discipline, about this, about that, all right? And where he wants you to be, then you will understand what he's looking for. And I switched tables and I said, what do you think? Can you do this? Let's work. He was on the number 3 keepers when I came, right? 2 keepers were, I didn't have a good feeling for them. So I talked to Vanya and I said, Vanya, now I'm talking as a coach. Can you give me, let's work. From now on, from today on, 2 months, you're going to play. Next game, you're going to start. And we played Legia Warsaw that game. Can you imagine? Right?
One of the best teams in Poland.
Yeah.
He starts, never left the goal. We sold him for 4.9 million euros to Benfica.
It clicked.
Torino.
It
First,
finally clicked.
we got 2 million euros from Benfica as a first option to buy, right? And then we have 2.8 million euros from Torino. Okay.
All right. I thought that was an awesome little clip there from Coach Nowak, just talking about the difference between Europe and players' training habits, desires, and a little bit of a coaching tenet from Coach Nowak. Awesome. Thanks for everybody checking out and supporting Spitting Fire YT. Thanks for considering subscribing. It'd be awesome if today was the day we earned your subscription. Thank you if you already are subscribed. Greatly appreciate it. As we make our way towards 300 subscribers, please consider smashing that like button. Greatly helps fan the flames of Chicago Fire Soccer, pushes this video out to YouTube Nation, lets other Fire fans get a look-see at it. Greatly appreciate you guys supporting Spitting Fire YT. As always, we are available on Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, what have you, your favorite podcast app. We're probably on it. And if you're not able to catch the live show, and as always, think about hitting that bell icon if you want to catch the show live. That'll generally alert you and let you know when we're going live. And we always check out and have the live chat going and have some interactions there. But anyway, smash that like button, hit the dislike button. If you let us know how you feel. But I prefer you hit the like button. And as always, subscribe for more Spitting Fire. Leave your comments below. Let us know what you guys think about that clip. As always, we'd love to hear from you, and we'll check you out next time. Have a great weekend from Spitting Fire YT.